So we're out on the street with Cooper now. I just want to show you how I've been walking him and see how the leash is loose. Sit. I'm having him sit at this curb. I always have him sit at every boundary, gateways, curbs, doorways, and especially out on the street, you want to do this with curbs because you want to work on his sit-stay. And every time that you practice him waiting at curbs, sitting at different boundaries like this out in public, you're helping with his concentration level. As you know, most dogs can't handle being anybody walking behind them, but he's got a really good sit-stay. I'm going to walk back next to him, give him a reward. Good boy, very good. And we're going to start our walk, and I'm going to show you how I handle him on the leash, because the leash handling is really important as to how he is going to react when he sees other dogs. Okay, so see how he's with me? If he tries to even pull ahead a little, I'm just going to slow down. And one of the things I've done to help him with his pulling is to do these left circles. And what I do is I'll walk straight, and then I'll walk in a complete circle like this. And at the end of that circle, sit. Good. And then, okay, I'll walk another 10 feet or so straight, and then I'll do another circle. And see how the leash is loose? And if he pulls ahead, you can pop him back a little bit like that. He's really excited. We got people over there, and of course there's dogs everywhere, so he gets a little bit excited out here. Sit. But you need to keep that leash loose. Okay. And I'm going to turn around and come back towards the camera right now and do a circle. So if he starts walking too fast and pulling ahead, you just slow it down. When you're turning left like this, when you're doing a left circle, it draws the dog back into you. And it's a great way to teach a dog to walk next to you. Sit. And then you add a sit in there. Good boy. And he's got to stop and think and focus and wait for you to release him to walk again. I'll do one more. Okay. And you can do this out in the street like this, or you can do it on a sidewalk, you can do it in an alleyway, wherever. Of course, if you're on a sidewalk, you do smaller circles. Sit. But if you want to do it in an alleyway or sidewalk, it's the same concept, you just make your circle smaller. You can also add in a sit-stay like this, where you practice a sit-stay. And this is really good for him to do out here, because this is where he sees a lot of dogs. There's no dogs at the moment, but it's good practice. Walk back next to him. Good, he gets a reward. Okay, very good. So that's a great exercise to do. Even if you do just 3 or 4 or 5 of these left-hand circles every day, it's preventative so that he never goes back to what he used to do. You see how calm he is on the leash now and not pulling and pretty much staying at my side. You want to keep doing this so that he actually gets better and better, because if he goes back to you and you practice all the things that I'm doing here and you learn how to handle him the way I am, he's going to get way better with you doing the same thing I did here. So, and that's what we want. So do the left-hand circles. It'll take you all of like 3 minutes a day. Another thing you can do is are consecutive sits. Okay, sit. Good. You can either pat him on the head or give him a reward. Okay, sit. Good. Okay, sit. Good. Okay, sit. Good. Notice that when I reward him, he's looking up at me. I'm not leaning over. I'm not handing the food to him like this. I'm not his valet. I'm in charge. So if he's going to get a reward, he's got to be looking up at us. So, and also it helps your back. You know, save your back. There's no reason to lean over. And he's a tall dog, so especially, you know, there's no reason that you have to lean over. Put it up by your face like this, and when he looks up at you, good. Because he needs to be constantly checking back with you, and if you reward him this way, he will be. Okay, sit. Good. Okay, sit. Good. So there was about 5 or 6 of them in a row, and the beauty of doing these consecutive sits is it breaks up that cycle of pulling. And every couple of feet he's got to sit and wait for permission to walk again. And for a dog that is used to pulling a lot and out of control, it's just a great way to have him be calm, teach him to be calmer on the leash. And you can add in these stepping away sit stays as well. Every other time you do it, mix it up. It's just all good for focusing his mind and making him be much calmer than he used to be, so that you can handle him when those other dogs show up. Okay.